Hey everyone, it's me Jess, just hanging out with the crew from
Ring Rants!
Today we're going to be talking about the fundamental differences between the divas of NXT and the divas of the WWE.
Yeah, that's a very good topic because the thing is that down in NXT, the Divas Division is so strong, there's so much talent, and most of the divas have personality. I mean, one of my favorites is Bayley. She's awesome. I almost said he's. Okay, so she's awesome, and the thing is that they actually have a chance down there. I mean, they put on solid matches. They're wrestling for at least 10, sometimes 15 minutes, and I mean, they're just awesome. And then you got the WWE, and more often than not, their matches are 5 minutes or less on Raw, and maybe sometimes in pay-per-view events they may have a little bit more time, but for the most part it's not interesting, and it's nothing against Paige because she's one of the best divas right now. But Nikki Bella has had the title for 6 months, too long, in my opinion, and yeah, okay, I'm not going to say she's not talented at all or not athletic at all, because obviously you have to be athletic to some degree to be in the WWE.
Right.
But she is nowhere near as talented as Paige and maybe as Naomi and some of the other divas in the roster, in my opinion. So, what are your thoughts on this?
No, you're absolutely right. The Divas Division in WWE as is now is really lacking as far as entertainment value, but I think that's kind of on purpose for a few reasons. A, the main time we see them is at Raw. It's a 3-hour show, so they're trying to fill multiple spots and juggle between the lengths of those matches and promos and stuff. So unfortunately, as we've seen in the past, one of the things that is the first on the chopping block is a Divas match or something of that nature. So that's one reason why they're going to suffer. Second is WWE's main shows are more about entertainment, and their demographic that they're shooting towards gets behind the whole reality TV and like entertainment sort of aspect of television, while as NXT, that's all, hardcore wrestling fans, basically. Like,
yeah.
You just notice that kind of reaction from the crowd in NXT as they're, doing their live broadcast or even at live events. You can tell that crowd is like just a strictly pro wrestling type crowd, similar to like what you would get at like an ECW event back in the day.
Yeah, it's definitely a different type of atmosphere in the NXT. And the thing is, I want to talk about the reality aspect of it, the reality TV show, Total Divas. I mean, yeah, I get it from a business standpoint. It makes the WWE a lot of money. But the thing is that us hardcore fans, it frustrates us. Even casual fans, I'm sure, to some degree, it frustrates us. Awesome. Because the thing is that we want to see the most talented wrestlers getting these opportunities and winning the title. But the WWE doesn't do that because the Bellas, they're marketable, they make them a lot of money, and they're just in the spotlight of Total Divas. Yeah, they focus in on the other divas as well, but they're usually in the main storyline. I've only watched Total Divas a little bit, so I mean, I don't know too much about it, but the times that I have seen it, it's always Nikki or Brie Bella on, and what are your thoughts, Tim? I know you watched the show, Total Divas.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately, it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
He's not afraid of it. He's, yeah.
It's a good show sometimes. Yeah, I just wish that they have so many divas on the roster, and they only use about 3 of them. It's like, before, you had Natalya, who was a really good technical wrestler, and you'd see her have plenty of matches. Now she's just managing Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, which is cool because she still has a role, but I like to see her in more matches. It's also good to see Naomi, finally get a bigger push than she was before, finally getting title matches after title match, but not being able to win right away because of the Bellas.
What percentage of the time do you think Nikki Bella and Brie Bella are on the show Total Divas?
They're like the main characters.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I mean, do they ever have a scene where they're just showing some other diva randomly, or not really?
They always revolve around the Bellas.
Exactly. So that's my point. So that's why they're going to have Nikki and Brie Bella be in a spotlight and have one of them have the title. In this case, it's Nikki. And also her dating John Cena doesn't hurt.
The fact that the Bella Twins are getting their own spin-off of Total Divas, where it's just about the Bellas.
Really? I didn't know that.
They're like the Kardashians of the WWE.
Then the thing is that the Kardashians, they don't appeal to me at all. Total Divas, yeah, it might be a little interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes. In that aspect, that's kind of cool. But overall, I think it is kind of ruining the Divas division because they're too focused on that show. And like I said earlier, they're going to give the opportunities to the Divas who are most marketable and not necessarily the most talented. What are your thoughts, Jess?
I'd just like to bring up a question I guess I have for you guys as to how you think the Divas division has changed between, say, the Attitude Era Divas and now.
The Attitude Era,
what those changes are.
The Attitude Era was huge because we had Trish Stratus, Lita, all those... China.
Molly
Holly.
And what made those divas different than the ones we see now?
It's just...
more hardcore.
They're strictly, even though there's a lot of times back in those days where it was very much, acceptable to bring them out as like eye candy and you get those like bra and panty matches and all that stuff. But at the same time they were doing that, these girls wrestled. Like, they had great trainers to help build their skill. Like, if I remember clearly, I think Fit Finlay was the trainer of the divas or the women wrestlers back in the early WWE, probably all the way up from like 2000 to like the mid, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I think he stopped. But I think the biggest difference is back then they were taking mostly wrestlers.
Exactly.
People that had a background in the independents, like Lita. Lita was a huge independent wrestler. She wrestled down in Mexico. She has a lot of experience. And then just bringing her into the WWE, it was just a good fit. All you had to do was kind of teach her like the WWE way. The only time you would really see someone outside of like a wrestling, character coming into WWE is someone like Trish Stratus. But the thing with her is she has huge background in athletics too. And she's also college educated as well. So she's very smart. The girl had like a bachelor's degree in science in something
that's awesome.
very detailed science. I can't remember what it was, but it's amazing. Like, you have to be on top of your game. When
extremely talented.
Yeah. So like I said, the biggest difference is the backgrounds where they come from. There might have been some of the divas back then that came from modeling once, like a lot of them do now.
Yeah.
But for the majority of them, they had their roots in wrestling. And I think that's the hugest difference, and that's why we're seeing such a difference where we're now seeing reality stars and models versus competitive wrestlers.
Exactly.
The Bellas over a Natalia or a Paige. Yeah, that's what I see as the major difference.
And the thing is that the WWE, for the most part, in my opinion, doesn't like to take risks like they used to. They want to play it safe.
They find that one person that they like.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to milk it for as long as possible. Nikki Bella having the title, they're going to milk that as long as possible, making them as much money off of her as possible before she leaves. And when she leaves, obviously the title is going to change hands. But what I'm saying is that the only times the WWE nowadays, for the most part, every once in a while they might do something different, but for the most part, when their hands forced. So when she leaves, they're going to have to do something different.
Yeah.
So I think that the Bellas are going to leave in the relatively near future, and so they're just going to hold on to it for as long as possible.
Most likely. I mean, unless if you see some kind of major push from the crowd and they get behind someone, maybe a Paige or Naomi or someone else.
That's a good point.
Listening. Unless if you see like such a surge in reaction towards them, then yeah, Nikki's probably going to be the champion for the time being, or they'll just keep it within that realm of total divas, Nikki or Brie and all that stuff.
It's just getting old.
Yeah, no, I completely.
Is it
agree.
worth it? When got divas, busting their ass trying to put over great matches,
yeah,
get the same outcome all the time.
100%.
It's frustrating.
Agree.
And then yet you go over and you watch NXT, and these they're not divas, they're women wrestlers.
Yeah.
And
they even refer to themselves as that. Not
exactly. And one thing I'm afraid of is this happening. You have all these NXT wrestlers who are awesome, and then they'll get called up, and maybe not all of them, but a good portion of them will be the new crop on Total Divas, and this is just going to be an endless cycle.
Yeah.
Them getting wrapped up in the Total Divas thing,
That's what happens. That's what happened with Paige.
Utilizing their talent properly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with Paige. They brought her from NXT to Total Divas. It's like
that's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I guess I'd like to ask you guys then, which of the women's wrestlers from NXT then do you see making it the furthest?
Good question. Good question.
Charlotte.
I'd say Charlotte because she comes from a big wrestling background, and
her father's Ric Flair.
So I could see definitely her getting a push, and she's great, of course. But not only her, I could see Bayley making it far.
Yeah, I would say
she
Bayley
is not only a good wrestler, she has a great personality.
Yeah, I'm going to say Bayley for sure because A, she is a great wrestler, but B, she's super relatable. And that's
super over with the fans.
Yeah, but for being so relatable, you can use that on the main roster and get a lot of hype behind it. Someone in an article I read compared her to like a John Cena in the sense that she would have the same kind of crowd reaction. People just automatically cheer her because it's her and her character is very personable and it's pretty easy to market her. Like she's a fan-friendly face and kind of a family-friendly face too. She's not like all sexy like a Bella's. They're for a lack of a better term, they're eye candy. I might be, not giving them enough credit by saying that, but
I know what you know.
It's like they don't offer much more than that reality TV aspect, that star power, and that's it. But you bring in a Bayley, her character is super relatable, super easy to get behind. It's fun, it's entertaining to watch. And the plus side is she is a really good wrestler too. So I can see at some point if she makes it to the main roster, they'll get behind her. And as long as they keep with this character, it'll go over really well. And then we'll finally have like that big time female wrestler that we all like as a wrestler, but now will generate, a following by this, mainstream crowd.
Good points.
I think Bayley, to me, has the best shot.
I just hope that when they bring these people up from NXT to the main roster, that they make an impact. Because when Emma came to the main roster, she was there for a little while, and then the next thing you know, she's back in NXT.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Now she's being repackaged.
Yeah,
which is good in a way, but it's like when you don't want to risk having these people come up too soon. Because then you want to figure what's creative going to do with them. And once they get a hold of them, it's like, oh no, we're not going to get all these classic, hour-long matches that we were getting. We're going to get like 10-minute matches.
Yeah. And you could do that with some of the, better wrestlers from NXT. Put them in 5-10 minute matches and they'll still make it look good because they have that experience. Now, what will hurt them is going up against someone who isn't as good as they are skill-wise. Like, I'm thinking of the Paige and Nikki match from Monday, where Nikki's is very slow in the ring. She's not crisp. She's not quick. She doesn't have to be like fast like a cruiserweight or something like that, but your moves should be fluid and kind of as flawless as you can. While Paige, since she's been wrestling forever, her whole life essentially, her moves are quick, they look natural, and they're very believable. Nikki looks like she strains a lot, and it looks very difficult for her to put together moves, let alone like a spot. I mean, I think back to the pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, the event Elimination Chamber in her triple threat match where they had that spot where one of them was suplexing the other and Nikki was on the bottom powerbombing. Like, the powerbomb looked like crap. And it barely looked like she had a grasp on who she was powerbombing. I think Nikki was powerbombing Naomi. Naomi was suplexing Paige. I think that was the spot. But it looked like Paige was like struggling. And it's not like a difficult spot. It's very simple. You're just pushing the person down while they're flipping the other person backwards.
Yeah.
But little things like that make it very hard to watch the match. And then in return, you don't get as invested. And then you get the stupid ending with like we got on Monday, where Brie switches with Nikki.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, and it's something I know that's like the Bella's thing, and that's the first time we've really seen it in a while.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like owed to that, but still.
The Divas are worth a lot more than that.
Yeah, and we know Nikki can finish out matches on her own. Like, we've seen her go from start to finish without any help. So why go back to doing that? That doesn't make any sense to me.
They're running out of ideas.
Just have her finish the match at the very least. Like,
even if it's boring.
Yeah, I mean, at least we could say they start it and finish it as a clean, pin. But to do this trickery and stuff, are you not kind of demeaning what you've been building up with Nikki? At the very least, she's made some progress.
Yeah.
But to do the twin magic
Takes
at this
them
point,
2 steps backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Great point. I think the only reason why they did that is because they wanted Brie Bella to get involved somehow.
Yeah, and I think they're probably playing towards maybe bringing Nikki back to being a heel, which she was just heel, now she's face, and
I don't know. I don't think they really know what to do with her storyline wise.
It's simple. You stick with the character that she has, because honestly, as a heel, she was really good as her character. Wrestling skill wise, she still has a ways to go. But
Brie Bella's the technical wrestler.
Yeah, she's better. I'll give her credit. She's gotten a lot better, but still, those two. I don't believe their hearts in wrestling. I believe Paige, Naomi, Natalya, their hearts in wrestling. Bailey, I'm
Charlotte.
Just talking WWE.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But people divas like the Bellas, they do multiple different things. And
exactly.
Their fame is in modeling and all this other stuff. I don't think their heart's really in WWE. And I think they're going, they're there to see what other opportunities there are there, which I don't blame them, because that's their right.
I mean, look at The Rock.
Yeah, but you're still kind of taking away from someone who's actually there training every day, on the road every day, who wants to just be there every day and wrestle. And
exactly.
Yeah, maybe if they get a little, side opportunity here and there, that's fine. But, I think the ones like Paige and Naomi and all them, their hearts in wrestling. The Bellas, I don't think so. That's just me, though.
Hopefully the Bellas will leave soon.
I think they probably will by the end of this year. That's my prediction.
Yeah, we'll see, and hopefully that leaves the door open for someone from NXT, because, you can bring up so many of them and just give that division a shot in the arm like it needs, and then bring some excitement. I think just bringing up any one of those, core 4 women's wrestlers that you think of when it's NXT. It's Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, or Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
They're all phenomenal. So
Yeah.
if you're bringing anyone up, it has to be at least one of those four. And then that will hopefully get the crowd back into it, get some good matches out of it. You know, only time can tell, though.
Yep.
So, thanks for watching. Please let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Like our Facebook page. Just type in Ring Rants. I'll be putting links below this video. We'll go down there to hell. No, not in hell, but above hell, but below you get the toy. Follow us on Twitter at Ring Rants. And any last thoughts?
Bring up some, NXT women wrestlers, man. Get this division back on the right track. Because honestly, it could be such a core staple to the main show. And, you think of back in the day with Trish and Lita and Molly Holly, Ivory. Even, the ones that didn't really wrestle much, like Stacey Keibler and Tori
They
Wilson.
still stood out because they were very good at what they did.
Yeah, and you miss that these days. And the ones that actually do wrestle, they don't get any props. So
Yeah.
Give Divas a chance.
Give Divas a chance.
There you go. Well, there you go. I got one.
See ya.